Welcome back to Justin Talks Villa live Monday night phone-in, and it is the first of basically the reason why I was doing this in the first place, because I wanted somewhere where Villa fans can go and talk about the game just with Villa fans. So that was the whole point of this show. So good evening to everybody. I've managed to put the comments here in the bottom right. Aren't I clever? I'm learning all the time. So you should be able to see the comments scrolling through the screen as we go. So let's get through the bits and bobs, what we're going to be talking about, and then we'll get straight into the phone calls. I see Ange is with us. So Ange, are you pen at the ready and ready for the... It's number 4 tonight, so central defender tonight. It's the first of our central defenders. So Ange will be logging who we think. So basically, when you phone up, it is thoughts on the game Saturday. What do you think about the game, the team? What do you think about the tactics? Who was your man of the match? Was somebody disappointing? What would you like to see change for the Brentford game? Any thoughts on formation changes, possibly, but just let me know what you think. And then I'll need to know your central defender for the first pick. Something a little bit different, and I'm going to try and track this. This might not work, but I thought I'd throw it in. Why not? Let's try it. Is every caller I'm going to ask of their percentage out of 100 current satisfaction rate. So that's everything to do with Aston Villa. Off the field, on the field, everything whatsoever. How happy are you with everything that's happening at the moment? So obviously wins and losses might affect how you feel it week in, week out, but we'll try and gauge where we are each week as we progress through the season. I thought it'd be a good idea to try and track where we are every week. If I write down our general thoughts every week, then we can see sort of the ups and downs of the season. And we've got the quiz. The quiz is back, and we've got a prize, this really nice Aston Villa Champions League hat. I don't know why you can't see it, but there you go. Aston Villa Champions League hat, which will go out to the winner of the quiz. And I've tried to make it a little bit harder this week, although the last couple of weeks it's been a little bit harder. So we'll just give it a go. See how we get on. But I've got 7 clues, so that takes us up to 7 callers. That's enough for me waffling on. Let's get some callers on. WhatsApp is available. I've actually managed to sort the WhatsApp out on the phone. So hopefully, potentially, we might actually be able to get WhatsApp callers. So if you are abroad, I know we had a chap from Ireland and somebody from Australia, or was it America, I think, were asking. And so potentially you can phone in from either of those places, I hope. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. So phone line is open. You can phone away. See how we get on. Let's have a chat about the game on Saturday. How's we going on the voting? Yes, I did sort of think that one player in particular might just romp this week's away. Good evening, Black Country Villain. Hope you're well, my friend. So, waiting for the first callers. Normally, we don't have a problem getting the first caller in, but everybody's a bit shy this evening. Come on, get phoning. I also did think, I wonder whether this going forward might be the worst night to have it on, to be honest, because there's always a Monday night football on it now. So we'll have to see how the numbers go. Well, we can always move it to maybe a Tuesday night if it gets affected by... Oh, we got a call. That's a bonus. Means I'm going to keep talking. Right, let's try and... Hello.
Hello.
Who's this?
Hi, Justin. It's Steve from Lichfield, mate.
All right, Steve. How are you? Oh, don't start on that note, Steve. Don't start on a negative now. Come on.
Could be a lot better, mate. It's all going to be negative, I'm afraid, from me.
Look, one thing I will say, I don't mind talking about anything. We'll talk and we'll have an opinion on anything. The only thing I would want to steer away from is really hammering players and being really, really vile to them. That's what I don't want to happen. I've got no problem with saying he weren't very good or he weren't very good and he could do better. That's fine. Absolutely no problem with that. But let's not just, I'm not saying you're going to do that, Steve, but overall, let's just keep it as we are. Right.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, mate. I'm not gonna, absolutely slight them.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
I'm just very disappointed.
Yeah.
I think McGinn was okay. He was quite decent.
Yeah.
Cash, yeah, was a bit hit and miss as usual. But I just think we lack. I mean, it was the same last season, mate.
Yeah.
We lack width. There's no width to Villa at the moment. We've got no pace.
Right, we've
Hello?
got. Right, 2 seconds. Sorry.
Oh.
We've got a technical issue. Hold on a minute. Right.
Hello, I can hear you.
Yeah. Who's this? Sorry.
Hi, this is Joe. I'm ringing from Brazil.
Right, Joe. It's all right. I've just pressed that because I thought I could put him on hold, and now I've just cut him off. And this is great. Right, Joe, can you phone me back in a minute? Because I think I've just put him on hold.
Go ahead, then. Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, mate. I know I shouldn't really. Right.
No problem.
Right. Didn't foresee that one coming, did we? Let me just get back to him. Can I get him back on? Hello?
I can hear you
yeah,
now. I
sorry.
I lost you, mate.
No, what happened was, because I've set up the WhatsApp, I don't have the call waiting on, which we had the issue with the first week, but unfortunately the WhatsApp is also coming in on ahead of it, so go on. I might have to have a look at that to deal with that. We don't want. Right, if you're calling on WhatsApp, just hold off a minute until the line is free, because basically it's allowing the call to come through while I'm talking to Steve, and I'm so sorry for that, Steve. Go on, son. Carry on with what you were saying. About the players,
I'm just saying that I think Unai has got to change things now. He's got to look at the way we're playing, because every team is reading us.
Yeah.
And as I say, we've got no width, we've got no pace. Bailey's gone apparently, or he's off and away on loan.
Yeah.
I don't think that's doing us any favours. Rumour has it we're getting £2 million.
I think it's a £3 million loan fee with a £22 million fee next summer, but I don't think it's a definite 22 million. I think it's a potential 22 million, but we're getting a 3 million whatever, and I think they're picking up his full wages, which is obviously important.
Well, the wage bit is, but I mean, it's again now we're a player down.
Yeah.
And no money to get anybody in. I'm a little bit concerned because talk is growing again about Asensio coming back.
Yeah. You're not happy with that one?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And
for what reason? Sorry, yeah.
Right. The simple reason is if Asensio comes back, then Morgan's going to be pushed out.
Yeah, that is one of my worries.
And to be honest with you, if that's going to happen, and Unai's going to play Morgan on either side,
yeah,
then I've got to be honest, if somebody offers you 80, 90, 100 million pound for Rodgers, sell him.
Really?
Because he's going to be no good there. He's a solid number 10. He's the only thing we've got really that'll run. and carry the ball at players. He needs to be in the middle of the park. If you're playing him on the right or off the left, honestly, forget him. He wasn't in the game at all.
No, I think you make some very good points, and it's something that I wanted from the start of the season. One of my big things was Rodgers has to stay in the 10. We have to basically build the team around him, and I'm totally on the page with you. We need to stick him in the 10, and we need to find somebody, well, a couple of players that can play the wide roles. I mean, we've got Marlon and Gassan, so I think those two probably will be pretty close to coming in at the weekend. But we need depth, don't we? But I do believe, and I firmly believe from conversations I've had with people at the club, I can't divulge you, but that if we maybe get rid of, I know Dendonka's potentially nearly gone now as well, which is massive. I think if Bailey goes, I think that could be the tipping point to maybe allow us to bring one or two in. And I think maybe one permanent and maybe a loan. I don't know that for sure, but I know they had to basically get a one in, one out sort of strategy from now.
Yeah, I think it's going to leave us short, mate. I really do.
I don't doubt it. I think we are going to have to just cut our cloth this season. I think it's a shame, but it's where we're at. I mean, we're all peed off with PSR and all this daft stuff that we have to continually deal with. But I'm going to have to move on because I'm having to field about 100 calls here. But no, I appreciate your call, Steve. Do you want to have your pick for your central defender, who you would pick in the All-Star team? Who would be your favourite central defender?
Well, yeah, for me, it's got to be Paul McGrath, mate.
Yeah, I do believe that he will probably get the nod for tonight, but let's just go through it anyway. So we'll get Ange to stick you down for Paul McGrath. Do you want to have a go on the quiz, Steve?
No, mate, I'm not. I'm not that. I'll let other people have a crack.
You don't want to have a go at the first quick. It'll help me out if you have a go at the first clue, because the next person will get the second one then.
Well, you can ask me the question.
Go on then.
Expect me to say.
That's fine. Pass. Born in 1973. There you go, Steve.
Pass.
I'll pass. Lovely. Thanks for that, mate. Appreciate your call. Please call again, mate. Keep your pecker up.
All right, mate.
Ta-da. Right. Hello. Let's just try and move up. Hello.
Hello, Justin.
Who's this?
This is Simon. I phoned last week and said Villa were going to finish 12th.
Right. Now you're going to phone up and tell me you were right.
Yeah, I'm bang on right, and maybe even 14th.
No, Simon. Please, no, Simon.
How many more times do we have to watch this insipid walking football? Why doesn't Unai go on the attack with the good attacking players we've got? In the Newcastle game, he plays with 10 defensive players. If I was Marlon, I'd demand a transfer tomorrow because he's obviously got no future at Aston Villa.
Okay. I think that's probably a little bit harsh. I think he has got a future at Villa, and I think we'll probably see him start at the weekend. I think what we've seen is he's and I was thinking about this week. When you look at oh, crikey. Sorry, I've pressed. This WhatsApp is doing me head in tonight. Right. Hello. Sorry. He's gone. Simon's gone. Hello.
Hello.
Who's this?
It's Keith.
Hiya, Keith. How are you, mate?
I'm not too bad, thank you, Justin. How are you?
I'm all right if I haven't got... I've added another layer of nightmareness to this bloody calling because I've added WhatsApp to allow people to phone in from abroad, but unfortunately it's now cutting in over the top of the calls, so I might have to disable it tonight and then go back to the drawing board with it. Oh dear, the stresses and strains of this. Anyway, Keith, how are you?
I'm not too bad, Justin, thank you.
Good,
I do enjoy your shows. I've just caught on the last few months or so, and
thank you very much.
I'm enjoying listening to you, enjoying your programme, mate.
That's very kind of you. Thanks, Keith. So, how are you thinking about the game on Saturday?
Well, to be honest, Justin, I don't go anymore.
No, that's fine. We can still
Right,
have
I
an
don't tell you,
opinion.
I do watch the Island. All my family go.
Yeah.
I'm an Aston boy.
Lovely. Born and bred.
I went to Villa Park, 1948.
Wow. Jeez. I think that's the earliest I've had on here now. That is Keith.
Yeah, well, my central defender,
Yeah.
Jimmy Dugdale.
Jimmy Dugdale. I'm glad somebody. Do you know what, Keith? I'm glad somebody's called in from your era, because I think.
Thank you.
Even so, I think we forget about the 70s and the 60s players, but we're going back even further with Jimmy Dugdale. What was so good?
Yeah.
And explain to people listening why he was so good. Who would he be like today? What modern player would you say he remind you?
Well, first of all, he's one of the few footballers or players to have won 2 FA Cup winning medals with 2 different clubs.
Right, so
One
Villa.
was West Bromwich Albion in 1954,
Yep.
and the other was 1957, obviously, the Villa at Man United. But Jimmy Dugdale, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was a proper defender. Don't forget, the football was different in those days, in the 50s.
Yeah.
It was 2 wingers and a batting ram of a centre forward.
Would that be
And
inside
Jimmy Dugdale
forwards,
stood up
Keith?
to them. I think, I can't remember, it was one of the famous centre forwards. He was a brilliant centre half. And I thought he was absolutely fantastic.
That's
I
fantastic.
really did.
No,
And actually, I'm sorry if I'm going on a bit, but
no, you're all right,
we've had
mate.
some great centre halves, Justin. I remember Con Martin.
Con Martin.
Right.
I remember the name, but
Right.
yeah.
Well, Con Martin, the first non-English, the first team to beat England from overseas was the Republic of Ireland,
Right.
and the Republic beat England 2-0 at Goodison Park. Con Martin scored one of the goals, and the goalkeeper for England was Bert Williams of the Wolves.
Right.
And a couple of years later, Villa played Wolves in a cup tie at Molineux. Con Martin took the penalty, but Bert Williams saved it. And then we had the great, before that, we had the great Frank Moss. His 2 sons, Frank Jr. and Amos Moss,
Amos Moss,
played
yes.
for the Villa.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Amos Moss, yes, I remember that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Frank Moss Jr., Frank Moss Sr., the dad, in 1924, he was captain of Villa against Newcastle in the FA Cup final, 1924. The week before, he captained England against Scotland, the first ever England-Scotland game at Wembley.
That's amazing. Your
And the week
memory is
before that,
fantastic, Keith.
But the week before that, he captained England against Scotland, as I say. The score was 1-1, and the goal scorer for England, Billy Walker.
Billy Walker, the great Billy Walker, still Villa's all-time
The great
record
Billy
goal
Walker.
scorer, isn't he? I believe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Justin, we've had some wonderful... Listen, Justin, when you talk about a club like the Villa, we've had some wonderful, wonderful players.
We have.
You know, you can't pick a team, really. I mean, it depends on the year. But I watched Villa since 1948. I like the great John Sluinock, God bless him. We called him Tulip because his dad was a Dutch paratrooper. Of course, Chris Nichol. You know, you can just go on and on and on.
You know, it's a bit of fun, but yeah, I just love talking about the old stuff, to be honest, Keith, because I think, like you say, I spoke to Dennis Mortimer. I don't know if you saw my interview with him, but he's frustrated that not more is recognised at the club with the history and the players of the past. So I am due to go and talk to a son of a player from the 1930s up in Blackpool soon, and that'll be a really interesting story, Keith, when Villa went over and played the German national team, and he's got some brilliant memorabilia, and he's got one of the swastikas that they were all given.
Yeah.
So
It's a guess. Sorry to interrupt you, mate. It's a guess. Is that Frankie Broom's son?
No, it's not. It's I can't think of his name now. It's got a long name.
That's okay.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to have to move on, mate. I could talk to you all night. Do you want to have a go at the
Lovely
quiz?
talking. Go on, then. I'm not very good at these. Go on.
Okay. Born in 1973, and he's 6'1". Any idea?
6'1", 70. No, not a clue.
Okay, mate. Thanks for calling, Keith. Please call again, mate.
All right, keep up with the show. Excellent show.
Thanks,
Good night,
mate.
Justin.
Please
Good night,
call
mate.
again. Up the Villa. Right. We've got another caller. Let's try and get it on Everyone,
Good
hello.
evening, Justin.
Who's this? Hello.
Hello, Justin.
Hiya. Who's this?
It's Joe from Brazil.
Oh, Joe, thanks for calling. I'm so sorry, mate. I am apologize. I mean, you're calling from Brazil and I'm asking you to phone back.
No, that's
Very rude
that's
of
what
me.
live stuff's like. Not in the least. That's
How
what
are you
live
keeping,
stuff's like.
Joe?
I'm keeping all right, mate. Apart from the Villa, really.
Did you manage to keep up with it? Did you get to watch the games in Brazil, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all
What
of
time
them.
would
Yeah,
the kick-off be over there when it was 12:30 here?
we're 4 hours ahead. It kicks off at 8:30 a.m. Here.
Right, okay. That's not too bad, is it?
We're 4 hours behind you. Not too bad.
So the 3 o'clock kickoffs work out pretty well for you then?
They're 11. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the evening one's even
So
better.
that's perfect, really.
So what are your thoughts on the game then? Give me your rundown of how you think it went.
Well, without being specific, okay, I'll be specific about the game. We were cagey. We were playing for a draw, I think, and we hoped to nick it in the last 15 with 11 men on. That's my thoughts. But I'm a glass half full man. But I'm more worried about the long term, Villa. With all the money that had come in from Duran, etc., the revenue from the Champions League, and we're like paupers. I think that frustration is gonna. I think this could be the last season of Emery.
Well, I hope you're wrong. That reason. Yeah, I hope you're wrung, and I do think you're wrong. I only say that because I pretty much know that he knows what this summer was all about. Damien Vidagani, who I have had the odd conversation with, knew in the summer this was going to be an absolutely nightmare summer, right? I don't think any Villa fan realised the depths of what we were going to have to do at the start of this summer. I think everybody sort of thought, oh, okay, we've got a problem. We'll sell a couple of players and everything will be all right and we'll be able to go and buy again like we did last year. But I firmly believe now, from everything that's happened and is happening, that these issues are far, far deeper than any of us ever thought. Having said that...
I accept that.
Yeah, but having said that, I think Unai Emery is totally and utterly dedicated to this job. I do honestly believe that. I think he knows...
That's music. That is music to my ears.
This is what I think, right? I think he knows what he's had to do this summer. I think he's had to accept that this season it's a matter of getting on with it and just getting the best possible squad together that we possibly can to give us the best chance of competing as well as we can in all competitions. And then hopefully the following few windows, we can address all the issues that we've got and we can hopefully kick on again. I think this is just a pause, a recalibration of everything, and then go again. That's how I think it is. I don't know for sure, but that's what I think.
I can accept a season of consolidation.
Yeah, I think that's what we are.
As long as he stays, I think so, because we're just one injury, one suspension away from coming 10th in my eyes.
Well, we are. We're light. We're light. There's no question about it, Joe. We are light, but I think we've just got to hold tight. There's still a bit of time left in the window. They are still working hard. I still think we might bring 1 or 2 in. So hopefully that's going to happen. So who is your best centre half be, Joe? Your favourite centre half?
Oh, all time?
Yeah.
Oh, Macca, obviously.
Macca. Okay. We'll get Ange to put you down for Paul McGrath. Right, Joe.
Yeah.
I haven't done this one yet. So percentage of how happy / satisfied you currently are with everything.
Well, I don't engage off the pitch, so I haven't got any gripes about tickets.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Off the field,
just a 1%.
The high 95 plus happy.
That'll do for me.
95%
That'll do for me,
plus.
Joe. Do you want to have a go at the quiz, Joe? You're going to absolutely skimp me out if you win this, though, because I'm going to have to send this to Brazil. So we've had two.
No, right. No,
go on, have a go,
if
Joe.
I want it, you give it to. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, born in 1973, 6'1", and he played 32 games for Villa, so he didn't play that often. I told you it was the tough one.
73.
You're going to work your mathematics out now, so you know how old he is.
In a bit, I was going to do a blind stab, but Sammy Morgan, but he was played for born in 73, so that was at 93.
I'll give you a clue. That means he's currently 52.
Currently 52. Boomer.
No. Thanks for... Look, Joe.
Okay,
appreciate your call. I'm really glad that the WhatsApp's working, so that means you can call in any time you want now, mate. But please keep well, and I hope you're doing all right, pal.
You're doing a fantastic job,
cheers,
by the
Joe.
way. You're doing a great job.
That's
all the
lovely
best.
to hear, mate. Yeah, all the best to you. All the love, mate.
Cheers,
see
good
you,
luck.
Bye.
Bye.
That was Joe from Brazil. Right, I do apologise to everyone about this. Obviously, I didn't foresee this issue coming. I've Googled it live on air. I've Googled it and it says that you can't put WhatsApp on call waiting. So I'm going to have a think about what to do with WhatsApp. But the phone line is now free. I know a lot of people are trying to get through. Again, I can only apologise. So if you have just tried to phone me, please call. Oh, here we go. Good. Somebody's phone back that tried to phone. Get you on the air. Hello. Hi, who's this?
It's Simon again.
Simon, sorry, mate. I've had an issue with my WhatsApp, so I'm glad you've called me back. Right, where was we? You're struggling with the Villa at the moment. You think we're round about where? Did you think 10th?
Between 12th and 14th.
Right.
Due to the performances that are becoming more common, where Villa can't motivate themselves, and they play crap walking football,
right?
And they've got no urgency in trying to win a game.
Well, the style of football won't change. I know that for a fact because that's how Unai plays. I think he can tweak it. I think he will look to bring in some more attack-minded players. And I think I was just about to say actually before we messed up. Well, before I messed up on the phone. I firmly believe that he had to have a good look at Newcastle. And I think he decided that obviously he decided because that's the team he put out. But that was the best way to go to try and negate them. Now, I've got this feeling, sorry, Simon, I've got this feeling that he really likes to play 60 minutes with the team, then throw a few on and change the game a little bit. So it's containment and then attack. You can argue all day long, and we can, that's not the right way to do it. At home, you'd want to be going at them from the start, and I think maybe I hope that could happen and should have happened. But I think once Conser went, that threw his plans out the window because he couldn't change it the way he wanted to and throw the attackers on in the last 20 minutes, half an hour. But having said all that, I think he will go for it a bit more this weekend.
Justin, you can't rely on 20 minutes to win the game. You have to, to try to win the game all the way through for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I accept that. I think what he does is he thinks very, very carefully about how to attack each and every single game, and I think that plan is set out before the game. And the plan was, I don't think it was to sit and do nothing. I think it was just how it worked out. Newcastle started really, really well. We were on the back foot. Everything we tried in that first...
They started well because we let them play well.
Well, I think we were just off it. I think our ball retention was poor.
How many more times are we going to keep being off it?
Well,
we was off it against Bruges, off it against Crystal Palace, off it against Man United. Start of a new season, we're off it again. How many more times?
But I'll offer a counter-argument. We've now gone 12 months in the Premier League unbeaten at home.
Yeah, but we beat Newcastle 4 last season.
Yeah, but
by attacking them.
I agree, but it's the start of a new season. We've lost a few players, and we are having to think things. And Newcastle was still a good threat.
we've got some cracking attacking players. Marlon's been playing out of his skin, and the poor kid can't get a chance.
But he will. He was the first player off the bench at the weekend. But
it's no good with 5 minutes to go. I feel sorry for him. He's trying to score goals with 5 minutes to go to save us.
Yeah, I think he'll start Saturday. I think he starts against Brentford. I do, honestly.
Yeah, but it's okay attacking teams like Brentford who are now going to be relegated. You have to try and beat the teams who are going to be in and around us. And
I think
at the moment...
That's my point, Simon. I think Newcastle are a different kettle of fish to Brentford, so I think you have to set your team up differently against them.
But why was we scared of them when we beat them 4 last season?
I don't think it was scared. I think, like I said, it just didn't work that first half. Passing was poor. We gave the ball away far too often. That wouldn't have been in the coach's, tactical debrief before the game.
10 defensive players on the pitch.
Well,
Anyway, Josh, let's have a go at the quiz.
Okay, mate. Right. Born in 73, 6'1".
Yeah.
Played 32 games for Villa. And he scored, this is your clue, 2 goals.
32 games for Villa, he scored 2 goals.
Yep. Told you it was a tough one this week.
Oh, my life.
They don't just give these hats away, Simon.
Gary Charles.
Oh, it's not right. Sorry, mate. Thanks for phoning, and I apologise for cocking up the old telephone earlier.
No worries, son.
All right, mate.
See you soon.
Speak to you soon. Bye, mate. Right. Ange, how are we getting on with the vote? I think I'll probably guess, to be honest, where we're at, because we are... I think this week was a nailed-on one. Right, that's a lovely thing to say. Ryan McKeown did a wonderful analysis piece. Yes, Ryan is brilliant at analysis. Go and follow him on X, because he's fantastic. Definitely go and follow him on X. Hello.
Hello, mate.
Who's this?
It's Dave. I live up in the northeast, but originally from Erdington.
How you doing, Dave? You all right, mate?
Yeah, sound. Yeah, not too bad.
Good lad. Having a good evening?
Yeah, not too bad at all.
Watching the football. Is the football on? You got the football on?
Well, I've got you on the telly at the minute.
I should think you bloody have as well, mate. Well, it's currently, for anyone watching this and not watching the football, Leeds 0, Everton 0. So I'll try and keep you up to date with that. Yes, Ryan, sorry, just talking about the things on the screen. Sorry to talk over you, Dave. Ryan will hopefully be coming on this at some point and fielding your calls as well. So that should be something to look forward to. Right, Dave, did you watch the game the weekend? Do you still get down to the games?
I haven't for the last couple of seasons, but yeah, I up until sort of then.
Yeah.
You
watched it though.
Basically.
Oh, sorry to hear that,
but
mate.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I've had on the telly. It wasn't a great game, especially living up here. We're surrounded by Geordies. It's
that's all you need, isn't it?
It was some interesting conversations in work today. Let's put it that way.
I bet that was. How are you feeling about the game? Well, Simon was. Let's just say he's not happy. He hasn't been happy for a few weeks. He's pretty down on how we're going to finish, and he thought it was pretty much rubbish. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, not quite. Wouldn't quite get that far, but yeah, it wasn't great. I mean, the first half especially, they couldn't string 3 passes together.
Yeah.
Every ball they played forward, it was like they had lead boots on.
Yeah.
Just playing a green shirt, or it just ran straight through to their back four or their keeper. First half, second half, it picked up a little bit, didn't it? And then the sending off, that was it. That was done and dusted. But you take the positives from it. The keeper looked more than capable.
Yeah.
He had a great debut. And we saw a game with 10 men. And we didn't even have to bring another centre half on. Amara slotted in there, played really well. Matt Cash made up for his mistake for giving the ball away that led up to the red card by, some good blocks in there. So, yeah, it wasn't a great start to the season, but it's the first game, isn't it? You can't judge the season on the first game. It's 39 games in the season, plus all your cup games as well.
Yeah.
You got to fancy us to do something, over the course of the season. We're not going to play like that every week, but it's going to pick up.
Dave, you make some absolutely brilliant points, and a couple of them I will pick up on because I think you're right. The Boubacar Kamara slipping back into the back four was fantastic. I think he slotted in immediately because he had to fill the gap, and then I think Unai basically realised within about 2 minutes, right, I don't have to change anybody. I can just play with him there, and that's what he gives you, doesn't he? He gives you that option to play multiple positions. And I'm glad you picked out Matty Cash because I actually thought Matty Cash played really well on Saturday. And I think if you look at these stats I've just put up here, which is SofaScore stats, he was classed as the second best outfield player. And I think he gets a lot of stick at the Villa. And I've seen a few people giving him stick for Saturday, and I think it's unfair. I think everybody's picking him out because he tried to cut the ball back to the edge of the box, which in any other moment, Tielemans holds his run a bit, and then he gets picked out by that cutback, and that's what you're told to do as a fullback. Get to the touchline, whip it in, or cut it back. There's your two options in it. But everybody's hammering him because he happened to land it to one of their feet, and they broke on us and scored, and he got sent off. Sorry. So yeah, I hate hammering players, but I'll give constructive criticism. But Dave, I think honestly you make some really good points. What changes would you like to see on Saturday? What if you was picking the team now? Looking at I watched the Brentford game. They looked not great, which is understandable given the players they've lost, the manager they've lost. So we've got to go for them, haven't we?
I think we're away from home, obviously, but that shouldn't really come into it. A team of Villa's stature and the position that they're in, they should be going to try and beat Brentford, no matter where they're playing, home or away. Yeah, absolutely. Bring Malin in, bring the new lad in. McGinn didn't have the best of games. I don't like scapegoating anybody. I don't like singling anybody out, but McGinn just didn't quite look up to it.
Look, Dave, you're more than fair to say what you've said. You've said it in a balanced manner. I love John McGinn, but he would probably, if he was sitting in now, he'd say, "Yeah, I didn't have a great game." So those are the two positions, really, right and left, where we've got to add that extra bit of flair, haven't we? And we've got the two players sitting there. You essentially you stick, which is I presume what you're saying is you stick Rodgers back in the 10 and you bring Marlon and Gesson in either side as the flank, and you use them both. Would you say that's it? Yeah. And who would you? I think. So would you in the double pivot then? Because obviously that Tielemans and Anana and Kamara played, and they all did well. Tielemans wasn't great, so would you slot back Tielemans back into the double pivot?
I think you'd have to. Yeah, you'd have to play Tielemans over Anana every time.
Yeah.
He's just got more about him. I love Anana. He's a cracking player, and he's gonna come on this season, I'm sure. But if it's a toss up between the two, it's Tielemans every time.
Yeah, and
Kamara's undroppable.
Yeah, I agree, and I think with 5 subs anyway, most of them will get game time. We've got a smaller squad now, so most of them will have a part to play in most games, won't they? And Anana is a great player to come off the bench, and he'll get a run of games. He's already started the first game of the season, so he's well in the mix. But I think we've just got to find that a little bit more flair going forward. And I felt for Ollie Watkins because he just didn't have the service, did he?
Yeah, well, that's it. He's the sort of player he needs the ball into him quick. He needs to be able to get the ball and run at defenders.
And he's looked sharp, hasn't he, pre-season?
Well, that's it. Yeah, give him the opportunities, and he's been causing havoc. So yeah, like you say, if you've got somebody who's up there with him, somebody who can slip that ball into him, Morgan Rogers in the 10, like you say, he's going to play them balls into him. Then he's going to thrive, and especially against Brentford, he always seems to like a goal against his old club.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah, that's a good point. That is, he loves a goal at Brentford, doesn't he? So hopefully that will continue at the weekend. Right, who's your pick for your favourite centre half?
Well, it's an obvious choice, isn't it?
You're going to go with the old favourite, my favourite player of all time.
I love Martin Larson as well, but yeah, it's McGrath.
Well, call back next week because I feel like that's going to be a very interesting debate next week, because I think once McGrath's out of the question and we've had him, then, which is what I thought about, he'll go today more than likely. Yeah. But next week's going to be an interesting one because we've got to fill the other slot. So there's quite a few players that could come in for that one. So how would you feel? What's your percentage of how happy you are with everything? I'm talking on the pitch, off the pitch. you know, how satisfied are you with everything to do with Villa at the moment? Joe said he's 95.
70-75%, but with a caveat on that of it could get up to sort of 80-85%, depending on.
No, I think that's fair.
Couple of
I think 75% is pretty good. I think that's, you know, we started with a disappointing draw, but we haven't lost, and we're hopeful that with time remaining of the window, we can do a little bit, which will give us all a lift, won't it?
Absolutely.
You're gonna have a go at the quiz then, Dave, because you're gonna get.
Because I think I've got a rogue one, but
you've got a rogue one. Okay, right.
Give the next clue.
So born in 73, which means he's currently 52, 6'1", 32 games for Villa, 2 goals, and this is your clue, he's a midfielder.
Right. I was thinking Steve Froggatt.
Oh, it's not right. It's not right. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Right. Okay. There's got two more clues left for this hat, which doesn't even fit me. But Dave, that is a fantastic call, and I really appreciate you spending the time to phone me and have a chat about the Villa. So please call back again. Hopefully, we'll have another chat when we've won a game.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, mate. Up the Villa.
Next week. All right. Up the Villa.
Okay, we've got another caller. Let's try and bring him into the chat. Hello.
How are you doing, Justin?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Oh, yeah, it's John from Ireland.
John, are you the John that tried to phone me a few times and couldn't get through because I hadn't got WhatsApp?
That's right.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, this is one of the reasons I wanted to get WhatsApp working. It's caused me a bit of pain now, John. I've got to be honest, mate, because I'm having to field multiple calls that I can't cut the bloody thing off. But that's not your problem. That's my problem to deal with. I've got 7 days to sort that out. How's things in Ireland?
Delighted. It's great. Just we've had a great summer, but it's absolutely lashing down with rain at the moment.
I can hear that in the background. Crikey, it sounds like it's absolutely hammering it.
It is, yeah. It's but it's what a great podcast, Justin.
Oh, that's very kind.
I followed you on Up the Villa, and you know it's just fantastic what you've been doing.
That's
I love the Paul Merson interview as well.
Yeah, what a pleasure that was to talk to him. You know, I've known him for quite a while, but just to have even half an hour with him, unfortunately, that's all I managed to get because he was doing an evening with after that. So I managed to nick half an hour with him, which was just incredible. But I've got a couple of other good ones coming up as well. Yeah. So did you see the game, John?
I did, and I'm kind of, well, I would say I'm a bit different to a lot of people. Like, first of all, it's the first game of the season.
Yeah.
We had a red card. It wasn't a great performance. I'm not gonna dolly it up, but I mean, we now are on our longest unbeaten run in the Premier League era, in the history of the Premier League for us.
Yeah.
And defensively, I thought we were brilliant. I mean, look, I'm not a cash basher either. I thought he had a great game, and right full is a position where you can get exposed very easily. You know, one mistake, you know, and I think there's also the hangover from the last game of the season, unfortunately. But I think we'll get better. You know, I think we'll fill a few positions. We'll get a few loans in, and I think we'll be fine. But I really would love to see. I know we need 2 for every position, but I'd love to see one game where he just tries Maatsen on the left wing ahead of Dean.
Interesting.
Because he would provide the width there, you know. I mean, even in a game where, you know, we're not breaking down a low block, you know, put Maatsen on. He's quick as lightning. Like, we were lacking pace all over the field. You know, put him on the left, Malin on the right, move Morgan Rogers back into the 10.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see another experiment. I'd love to see him put Onana in as a 10 at one point. I mean, the havoc that he would cause.
Yeah.
In around a defence, you know. But I mean, look.
I think
who am I to?
John, you are more than capable. I mean, by the sound of it, you know your stuff. And if I'm honest, I think you've come up with 2 really good ideas. You know, towards the end of last season, I was really, really impressed with how Onana carried the ball. I think he started the season really defensively, and we all thought that was the player we were bringing in, this monster of a defensive midfielder that was going to just do everything. And then he sort of unleashed it a little bit in the last 5 or 6 games when we saw him ball carrying. It was almost Patrick Vieira-esque. I'm not suggesting he's as good as Patrick Vieira by any chance, but we saw that different type of game to him, and he's a really good footballer when he's taking people on, because he's big and he's awkward, and people don't know how really to attack to sort of defend him or hold him off. And the Maatsen one again, it's a good shout, because we are lacking these players out wide, aren't we? And he's got natural width. He's a naturally left-sided player. He carries pace, and I think with a smaller squad, and with Emery's love of having players that can play in multiple positions, I think there's a real chance you could see both of them things happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think Emery is open to experiment.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I'm surprised that it hasn't happened yet, and there must be a good reason for that. I mean, we don't see them in training.
Exactly.
And obviously there was the whole Jacob Ramsey thing going on.
Yeah, bubbling under the ground.
That was happening on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I think that's had a big effect on the squad as well, because you can see the messages that came out from Mings and McGinn. Like there's a passionate defence of Ramsey. I really think that might have been. There's no excuse with their footballers are paid enough. But I thought Mings. Again, the last 15 games he's played, we've lost 1. That's. I thought defensively we've a lot to look forward to, and that keeper. What a number 2 to have.
You know what? You're the first one to mention it tonight, but he was my man of the match at the weekend. I thought he was outstanding. I mean, that save after 2 minutes, I thought, oh my God. And then you could see him almost grow 2 inches when he made that save. And he was obviously in front of the whole 10. Yeah. And everything he did after that was positive, punching the ball, coming and claiming the ball. His distribution's really good. You can see why they wanted him. It's the only shame is that he's 34, and hopefully, I think I think he could. Do you see him maybe even challenging in Emmy? Has Emmy got a bit of a job on his hand now?
Yeah, he'll challenge him more than Olsen did. I don't want to bash Olsen either. No. I mean, he was important for us as well, and seemed to be a very positive influence around the
well liked, very well liked,
dressing room. Very well liked, yeah. But I mean, his problem was he wasn't as brave as Bizot was. Like he wouldn't run into a crowd of players to claim a ball like Bizot did. No. And that's a staple of Emmy Martinez. Emmy's a warrior. I think Emmy will be, or obviously he'll be number 1 against Brentford.
You think he'll come straight back in?
There's no harm in the. I think so, but I really think that he's got a job in his hands. If he makes any mistakes, like he did last season, we've got a ready-made replacement to come in for him.
It's not a bad position to have, though, is it? Having 2 keepers, that have got that quality, and hopefully it'll make him, because I think by Emmy's standards, his last season he wasn't where he was at the last season and the season before that, and I think from 1 or 2 things I've heard within the club, they felt he was carrying a little bit of timber last year, and that maybe affected his movement a little bit. But they say he's come back now.
I heard that,
He's come back now, and he's absolutely sharp as attack, and he's lean, and he's ready to go. So yeah,
and it's World Cup year, so he's not going to be making any mistakes.
Exactly. You got players like Watkins and Martinez and Conser, and all these players will want to play in their national teams this summer. Right, who would be your choice of your favourite? I haven't even got to ask you this, have I, John? Really, because we all know who your choice is.
It's Paul McGrath.
Right, Ange, put him down, Ange. Phone back next week, because that's going to be a hard one next week, John, working out who the other one's going to be, because there's about 100 players we could pick for the other side.
There's a lot.
So where are you at with your percentage of where you think, where's your satisfaction rating of everything Aston Villa at the moment? Off-field, on-field, team, everything.
I'm at 90%, because if you put it in context, we were on the way down until we have brilliant owners. They've been hamstrung by very corrupt laws. I mean, we have a cartel of 6 clubs, and that's all it is a cartel. It needs to be broken up.
Hold on a minute, we need this. Right there. It's a cartel. You're right. We've been absolutely shafted this summer, and I've got to say, John, you've got a lot of love in this chat here because everybody's bigging you up, and I wholeheartedly agree. It's a fantastic call, and I think the best thing I ever did was getting WhatsApp working because that's allowed you to call in, mate, and I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Justin.
Right, now you've got to do the quiz, okay?
Okay.
Right, no pressure, but you've got what I'm going to say. It's not the easiest of clues, but you've got all the others to go on. So I'm going to give you the 10-second timer to have a real think, though, John, okay? So don't just jump in, right? I'll give you all the clues, then go for it. Ready? Born in 1973. That means he's currently 52. He's 6'1". He played 32 games, scored 2 goals. He's a midfielder, and he previously played for Nîmes in France, Metz, Saint-Etienne on loan, and he came to Villa from Southampton.
Oh. Is it Hassan Kashlul?
Sorry, John, I didn't get you then. What did you say, mate?
Is it Kashlul?
Is it Hassan Kashlul? Yes, John. Yes, it is Hassan Kashlul. And I couldn't be happier that you've won this hat, mate. I really couldn't. That's one of the best calls I've had in all the weeks I've been doing this. And I am so pleased you've called in. And now I've got to send that to bloody Ireland now. So that's a nightmare for me. But if you can email me, John, do you know my email address for the pod?
I do, yeah.
Can you drop me an email with your address on, please, mate? And I will get it sent over to you.
I will indeed, Justin. And keep up the great work.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
This such a brilliant podcast.
You calling and Dave and Joe and Keith and Simon and Steve, you people calling me, this is all I wanted to do. This is it. This is the whole reason is to allow us to have a chat about the club we love and that brings us all together, from Brazil, from Ireland, from America, from everywhere, from round the corner in Cannock. I had a call and the bloke could have shouted over the fence, but he didn't. He called me. So thank you so much, and please call again, mate.
No problem. Take care, Justin.
Up the Villa, John.
Up the Villa.
Well, what a call that was. Honestly, and we've had some brilliant calls. Dave, Joe, Keith. Absolutely fantastic. Honestly, I am absolutely loving this. I hope you're loving this as much as I love. Right, here we go. Next one. Can I call? Guess anybody can call, mate. Just get the number, phone it up. Right. Hello.
Hello, Justin. You all right, buddy?
I'm all right. Who's this?
It's British Mick in the chat, mate.
British Mick?
It is.
At last, British Mick. How long has it taken you?
Oh, mate, so long. I'll tell you something, after John's call, though, I didn't really want to ring him because I'm going to put a big dare on things now.
Oh,
not about
Mick.
The team. I want to talk about PSR.
Hold on a minute, you're cutting out, Mick. You're cutting out. Hold on, you're cutting out. I can't hear you. What did you say? No, go on.
Can you hear me again now?
Yeah, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Go on.
I thought to get the satire on the phone call. Sorry.
You're all right, mate. All right, go on.
Yeah, basically, I know everybody's bored of it, but PSR and SCR, I mean, it is an absolute farce. I would love for somebody to explain to me how Manchester City and Chelsea were built overnight with the ability to spend as they wished, and subsequently, and now in their fortuitous position due to that spending at that time. Yet when they implemented these new rules, they never once gave consideration to the fact that the teams in the top six, the media six at the moment, are there because they were able to spend the money at that time freely. So when they implemented it with us guys, with the Villa, with Newcastle, it's kind of like it's completely unfair. There should have been some kind of mitigation at that time, like something that involved, something that took into consideration the fact that money had been spent and that, and that the teams were in the positions they were in due to that. And there doesn't seem to be that. What there seems to have been now is an issue by where if you're in that top six, you can spend more and then maintain your position within the league and keep that gap. And it's teams like ourselves and Newcastle now who find ourselves in a position by where we have got to kind of work magic to try and, break that top four. And it's just so frustrating, isn't it?
Mate, I'll just say, just loving it, to be honest, loving what you're saying. You're absolutely bang on. It has become the bane of our lives, hasn't it? And it's all we talk about.
And it's sucking the fun. It's sucking the fun out of being a football supporter. I mean, I'm not going to name names, but I've been on other podcasts before and I've spoke to other people, and you can just see what they were once happy chappies, if you like, and you can just see that it's completely killing them, and it's completely understandable because we as fans should not be having to be administrative assistants. We shouldn't be having to work out the finances of the club. It's just a joke. All I want to do is rock up, watch the games, and just enjoy the games for what they are. And I'm actually getting to the point now where I'm trying to really come away from social media a little bit now, because I just don't really want to keep seeing the negativity and all that. I really want to just see what United's going to do. There's a few things that annoyed me in the Newcastle game. And again, I want to obviously firstly make it's pretty obvious that we're not privy to what goes on behind closed doors. That's just fact.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things and a lot of decisions that are made without that I can't really professionally comment on because I'm not there seeing what's happening behind closed doors. But for the one glaring thing for me that really annoyed me was we were clearly not getting through Newcastle, and we were really, really struggling. We weren't passing through them. The long ball wasn't coming off. We created pretty much nothing. And we've got Gesson, whatever you want to call him, sat on the bench, who's a proven strong ball carrier who walks through midfields. Now, I can't understand that he wasn't even a consideration. They could have put him, I could have put him on the left, brought Rodgers into the 10, and then brought Marlon on the right. And again, I'm not digging Unai out, but that was one consideration which, again, wasn't considered. And it worries me because the substitutions that Unai makes always tend to come around 66 minutes. It's either 66 minutes or bust. I believe that there must be a stat out there saying that Unai's not made a substitute that wasn't forced upon him before 60 minutes. And I think if those substitutes were made pre 66 minutes or 60, whatever the Konza's red card was, it probably would have been. It probably would have negated that. And, Konza might, if we were 1 or 2-0 up, Konza might not have felt like he needed to make that challenge. You know what I mean?
Totally. And I think I'm going to just stop doing this phoning and just leave the calls open to everyone to come on and talk, because we're having some absolutely brilliant phone calls tonight. Honestly, this is a dream for me. You make some brilliant points, and I agree. I think I said it earlier. I've got this opinion of Unai that he's like a 60-30 manager, where he says to the team that starts, you got an hour to this is the plan, this is how we're setting up, and this is how I think we can get at them, and I'm going to trust you to have the hour to do it. And now at half time I would have changed it. I think before half time, if you're changing a game before half time, something has gone wrong. That's how I see it. I think you've got to give them 45, barring an injury. Barring somebody having an absolute disaster.
Sorry, Justin. Do you know at 45 minutes, though, Justin? Did you see? Would you have made the change at
100% at half time? Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I would have put one player on. I'd have put one more player on in that front four that could have, like you say, carried the ball, added more threat. But I'll try and be fair that we were better when we came out second half. So whatever he said in the dressing room, however he tweaked it, whatever message he sent them out with, there was a definite improvement. And if I show you, can you see the screen where you are, Mick?
I can at the moment, but I think there's probably like a 30-second delay on YouTube.
So I've put it on now. So if you have a look, I'll show you this statistic if I can find it. I'm still trying to work my way through all these statistics. It's on Is it here? Might be here.
Look, I love all this, but it destroys my brain. But...
Right, this here is momentum bar, right? Is it come up? It should come up any second.
I'm still, I've got it now.
Right, so this here is the momentum bar. So the purple is Newcastle, the green is Villa. Oh, yeah. I've just clicked that by mistake. So the purple is Newcastle, the green is Villa. This is basically how much possession and how much momentum each team has. So you can see that first half was dominated by Newcastle. We saw that. So that second half, there you go. We came out, whatever he said at half time, he went, bang, great. You know, we've upped it. We had a couple of chances. Let's go. Now, at 60 minutes, if this red card doesn't happen, I think we go on and win this game because I think he makes those changes. Now, I'm not saying he's a genius at all. I know he is a genius, but I'm not saying that was how he foresaw this game happening, that we would be under the cosh for 45, because I'm pretty sure the start of the second half is where he would probably want the team to be all of the first half. But I think he made those subtle changes. He sent them out with maybe a rocket up them, and they did up it. Now, that red card has ruined everything, because I think Marlon Gassond changed the game. Newcastle are tired, and we go for them. And that's not me saying that what happened pre that was right, because it wasn't. It was pretty rubbish. But, you know, we've got to be fair to him, I think, sometimes.
Definitely.
That he comes, he does have plans, and he does think and think and think. And maybe sometimes, maybe even overthinks it. But that's probably just who he is, isn't it?
Yeah. One thing I will say, I think he's just, one concern. Again, I thank him for everything he's done. He's a brilliant manager. He's the best manager we've ever had. Yeah. And I think he'll continue to do exactly what he wants to do, and he'll get us where we need to be. I've got no doubt that will happen. But it's just a little bit frustrating at the moment, because for me, going back to what you just said, I think he's got his game plan. Yeah. And I think he's very, very stubborn to that game plan. Yeah. And like I said, I don't think he's willing to let it change. And maybe, and rightly so, because the guy's earned the right to do that. Look at where he is, the club he's at. You know what I mean? He's definitely within his rights to do that. And again, I'm no manager. I don't claim to be. This guy is in his position for a damn good reason. It's because he's got the ability to take a mediocre top-end championship club, stroke the bottom of the Premier League club, up to the dizzy heights in the Champions League now with 2.5, nearly 3 years now he's done that in. So, I mean, you can't knock that. No matter how frustrated you are, which we all had the right to be on the first game, but it doesn't matter how frustrated you are, you can't really knock him. But on a match-by-match analysis, it's pretty fair to say that he could have made changes earlier, and it's fair to say that historically he is very, very reluctant to come away from his plan A and make changes a little bit earlier. I personally would like to have seen Gesson, and you like the accent, and Marlon on. I really do think that would have been beneficial. Okay, we did see an upturn after the first half, but if all he's had to do is shout at the players, I would actually, that would make me question the mentality of the players if they need that kick up the arse on the first game of the season at home. You know what I mean? Yeah. So personally, So for me, I think he'll do the job. I think he's a bit too early to be jumping off bridges and start panicking too much. 100%. But at the same time, it's also fair to have, a little bit of concern, given that, decisions could have been made earlier. But again, it's easier to say that outside the box. I don't
think we're in the wrong for having constructive criticism, and I think they'll be spending all week dissecting that game and working out, what happened. So who would you centre half be, Mick? I think we've got a Stonewall winner anyway, but we'll ask you anyway.
You go, Ekiog. He played centre half day. Please tell me you do go. That's all right. No, he did, You go, Ekiog. Go, gadget leg.
What? Very much so. Yeah. What would your percentage of your satisfaction? This is my satisfaction survey at the end of every call. Not with the podcast, because I know that's pretty high, but with Villa, everything to do with Villa, on off the pitch.
I'd say probably the same as John. Was it John the last quarter? 90%, because I know that things will get better. I'm really confident of that. You know, any negativity that I'm showing at the moment is just based on that first game and a few little concerns that I have with a guy who most people won't even, you know, he's basically untouchable, but he's not above criticism. And occasionally, I just think that game, he's got it wrong. But it's the first game of the season. We'll give him that one. We'll move on, and we'll just hope for the best. Like you said, I think the next game they'll probably start, and then all of this will just be put to bed. Yeah. And I just think,
Right, Mick.
Anyway.
Brilliant call. Please call again. Super. Hopefully next time we're talking about a win, and that'll be great. But brilliant. Yeah, thanks ever so much, mate, and have a lovely evening.
Enjoyed the Merson video as well. Brilliant. That was. Brilliant. I mean, obviously, you're doing well, mate. Now
Appreciate that. Appreciate it. I'll speak to you again, Mick. Thanks for calling.
All right. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Just ta-ra, mate. Up the villa, mate. Up the villa.
Right, Julie in the chat. Julie Round, get yourself on the phone now, please, and get calling. The phone line is empty. We've probably got enough time for 2 more callers, I reckon, before we call it a night. So I know Julie said she wants to call. So, is this Julie?
Hello, Justin.
Hello.
James.
James, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad. I
saw you just arrive in the chat. How are you?
Need a bit of Justin therapy, I think.
Oh, okay. You've come to the therapy couch.
Yeah.
Right.
After the summer we've had, it's been hard work. So.
Yes, it has. Did you went on Saturday, I presume?
No, I was working.
Oh, okay, mate.
I was listening to it in and out of the van.
Yes.
Worked for the Royal Mail, so in and out of the van. So I didn't even know Conza had got sent off. So
James.
So when I found out it was 0-0 and we'd had Sunday sent off, I was quite happy with the result.
Yeah, it was. I mean, to be fair, they defended really, really well after they went down to 10. You know, and as I say, the back four. I'm doing this Finalysis thing, which was announced last week. I don't know if anybody's seen this. It's a new app that's come out, and I am one of Villa's starting 11, which basically means I rank the players every single game out of 100, and then there's live Sky Games will be using this data after every game. So, and I rated the back four, barring Conser, because I had to mark him down because of the sending off, because I didn't think he needed to do that. But I marked them all pretty decent. I think they all did a good job, you know, and they defended really, really well. And I think, I don't know if you can see the screen, mate, but if I put the Matty Cash data up, you'll be able to see. Where's it gone? It's come off the screen now. Hold on, we got an advert. You know what I mean, mate? You can't get nothing on here, can you? I'm trying to.
Modern technology.
Modern technology, it is great, isn't it? Right, let's try that again. Matty Cash, right? Clearances, 3 clearances, 5 block shots. 5 block shots he made. So if I add this back to the stage, you can see this in the corner here. It's actually where the chat is, but you can see it in the right hand side there. I don't know if you can see it. Clearances 3, block shots 5, 1 interception, 2 tackles. So you know he did a really good job in that second half, especially when we went down to 10, of basically repelling everything that they had. And I've got to be honest, up until from when he got sent off to the end, I really felt we were going to get absolutely battered, but we kept him out of the box as well.
Yeah. Well, didn't they have the same shots on target as we did?
Yeah, 3. So, you know, but I think they had 16 shots or something like that, but they only had 3 on target. So, you know, I do think we got lucky with the Isaac not playing, because I think if Isaac plays, he scores one of them chances in the first half as well.
Well, that's football, isn't it? Yeah. You know, that's up to them to break us down.
Of course it is, mate.
They've still spent a hell of a lot more money than we have on players.
Yep.
So I mean, what did Matty Cash cost us? 10 million from the Championship.
Yeah, I think he's been a decent signing for us. I mean, you know, is he Champions League top four, maybe not, but I think he's a good Premier League right back, isn't he?
Well, I mean, I would have said Dean Smith bought him for him to get better.
Yeah.
He's got better than what he was when we bought him. But truthfully, Unai probably knows that if he had his choice, he wouldn't be there. But we've got to be smart with the business that we do.
Yeah, we have, unfortunately. So who was your number 4? But who was your centre half? But let's get Ange in one more for you. Who was your best favourite centre half? Be?
There's only one, Paul McGrath.
Yeah. I think we need to shut this out now because I think it's a foregone conclusion. We'll get Ange to just update us in a minute. Okay, mate. Thanks for calling. Go on.
Can I just ask? As you're about my age, Justin, slightly a bit older.
You're in your 30s, are you?
Yeah, definitely. With Villa, I know everyone's needs everything now, but the last three seasons under Unai have probably been the best I can remember. I started going in 88, 89.
Same year as me.
So
I think my favourite periods were the Graham Taylor era, the first one. Yeah. We finished runners up. Yeah. I loved the John Gregory era with Merce and all them lot. And I loved the O'Neill start, but it tailed off a bit towards the end. Obviously, Brian Little, Big Ron. We've had some good periods. We have. I mean, this is up there with all of those, and I think he just needs a trophy now. I'd hate for him to leave Villa without winning something, because this has been a special few years so far.
Well, I personally, I can't see Unai wanting to leave.
No, I can't.
Because he likes the challenge. Yeah. Whereas Martin O'Neill chucked his toys out and left. I just can't see Unai.
No, he won't do that. He knows what he's dealing with. That's the thing. So I think he's okay with it. Okay,
I think he'd be more up for the challenge.
Yeah.
Let's beat him.
Yeah, sorry. What would your percentage of satisfaction be currently with Villa?
Say 92%.
Lovely. Okay, mate. Thanks for calling, James.
No worries.
I'll speak to you again soon. And you, mate. Up the Villa.
Cheers. Up the Villa.
Right. Seems somebody's having a problem in the chat trying to phone in. Canada. Peter, are you using WhatsApp? Peter, phone through WhatsApp. Download WhatsApp, the app, and then phone through WhatsApp. Right, this will be the last call of the night. Hello.
Download WhatsApp, the app.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, is this Julie?
How did you guess?
Yay! Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks, Justin.
Thanks for calling. I'm so pleased you've called in. There's nothing to be scared of, honestly. I'm a nice person, I promise you.
Well, I know you don't know by now anyway. I missed you Saturday.
Oh,
where did you go after the game?
I didn't go. I had to work. My brother's on holiday, and I've had to, I'm on day 8 of 12 straight days at work.
Oh God!
I know.
I thought you was getting back home to do something on your channel or something.
No,
that's where I thought you dashed off quick.
He dropped it on me last minute and said, I'm going on holiday. I said, oh, when you going? Lovely. He said, and then I said, hold on a minute, that's the first game of the season, you Burke. So I'm gutted. But I'll be at the Palace game, so I'll come and find you at the Palace game. How are you?
God. Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good. I'm so glad you phoned in.
It was good to be back, wasn't it, on Saturday? Well,
it's nice to be playing.
It was good
definitely.
For me. Yeah.
What did you think of the game?
So, I mean, I was disappointed, obviously, that we didn't get the win.
Yeah.
I I just think on balance, how everything went, especially with the second half, sort of coming out, and I thought, do you know what? We haven't lost.
Yeah.
And sometimes you've just got to take some positives to move on into the next game.
Yeah, I think especially
and
when
that's
you
what I
went
was
down
trying to focus
10-0,
on, really.
yeah. It's especially when we went down to 10 men, we just had to hold on, didn't we? Batten down the hatches and hope for the best. But we defended really well, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. First off, I thought we were a little bit lethargic and sort of. Part of in my mind, I was thinking it's the first game, everybody isn't at peak fitness, but then that's the same for both teams, isn't it?
Yeah.
They sort of come out the blocks really quick. Whether that sort of put us on the back foot a little bit, I don't know. But yeah, everything seemed to be straight through the middle. We kept getting blocked out, a lot of misplaced passes, which then again put us on the back foot. A little bit sloppy, but again, first game of the season, there's a lot of tweaking to be done. But there is some positives.
Yeah.
I was, like a lot of the people saying in the chat, I would have liked to seen Ian Matson. I did think Luca Dean didn't have his best game either. Yeah, there was a lot of little things in a lot of areas that just need tweaking.
Yeah.
A bit more sharpness.
That'll come, won't it, Julie?
Yeah, it will. It will. So I'm not too despondent. I'm not losing my head over things.
No.
And we'll keep getting behind the boys, and especially at home. And long may that run of being unbeaten.
Yeah, it'd be nice to
on.
carry on the rest of the season, wouldn't it? Like last year.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what do you reckon for Saturday? Who would you change for Saturday?
Well, we're going to lose Concert, aren't we now?
Yeah.
So yeah, because then I was thinking, what's he going to do? I did think when he put Kamara back there, because straight away I thought, right, he's going to take somebody off now and put Bellegarde or somebody on. But he didn't do that, did he? And
I think he was really pleased.
After a few minutes,
when Kamara dropped in, he went, oh, you know what? We'll just keep it as it is.
Yeah, because that was quite seamless, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was expecting somebody sort of to be sacrificed and to keep it, because obviously it was 0-0, so we've still got something to push and keep a point.
Yeah.
So I do think he's going to put Kamara back there. Whether he swaps Mings, I don't know, but I thought Mings did all right.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
From on the top of my head, I think that he made a mistake or anything. Seemed to mop everything up. Nothing went past him from what I can recall. So, I would probably go. He'll probably change it now and put
probably change all 11 now, Julie, after we've said that.
Yeah.
So who are you going to vote for your favourite ever defender, centre half?
Oh, it's Paul McGrath, in it, all day, every day, and twice on a Sunday.
I thought he'd romp it tonight anyway, but he's not in he's not going to be in the shouts for next week, Julie. Nobody can pick him next week.
Somebody said Hugo Ekiog, and I thought, oh gosh, see.
Well, this is next week.
He was fantastic, wasn't he?
Who's going to win next week? Because there's going to be a few saying Larson, there's going to be a few saying Hugo. I wrote them down here. Alan Evans, Kevin McNaught, Sean Teal, Hugo Ekiog, Gareth Southgate, Olaf Melberg, Ron Vlaar, Esri Concert, Tyrone Mings, Alpie, Richard Dunn, James Chester, Martin Larson, Chris Nichol. We've got to pick one more next week from them and anybody else. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we've been blessed.
Sorry, you can't have it at the quiz because it's been won, Julie.
Oh, that's all right. Well, I wouldn't have got it anyway.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. So last caller, percentage of how happy you are currently. Then I've got to do my mathematics.
Well, just because the others have said 90, I think I'm probably going to go a little bit lower.
Right.
And I'm going to say 85, I'm going to say.
Okay, I'm just doing my mathematics.
For no particular reason.
No, you can say what you want.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I never asked Simon what his was, because I think it'd have been about 4%.
Yeah. I was going to... God, that high. Yeah. I think sometimes they've got... the club overall, I feel, have probably got some of the things off the pitch wrong.
Yes.
The PR things haven't been great from a fan perspective.
Yeah.
And I think quite close to the season starting as well. A lot of people have been really nervous, thinking, am I actually going to get in the ground and watch this match?
How did that go on Saturday, Julie? Was everything okay? Did all the turnstile? I never asked that. That's one thing I was going to ask.
Yeah, well, I think it was either the morning or the night before. I had an email come through, funnily enough, to say either you or somebody on your list hasn't downloaded the ticket.
Oh.
Right. Now, I'm a little bit older than you, just I thought it's got to be me.
No, you're not.
I'm hopeless. I'm hopeless.
No chance
Do you know what
you're
I mean?
older than me.
I am. a little bit.
You're definitely in your late 20s, Julie.
Thank you. You're my new best friend, aren't you? Yeah, so I thought it was me, and I said to my son, it must be you, because mine's in my wallet, and he was going, mine's in my wallet. So I think that was a generic thing.
Oh, okay.
But then that made me really nervous.
But you had no problem when you got there?
Ground, no, I mean, there seemed to be quite a queue in the lower halt.
Yeah.
There seemed to be a lot of people, and I thought, oh, no. Anyway, but then when we went up, there were no queues, and we got straight in.
Oh, that's good.
And I haven't heard anybody saying any different.
No, there was there was nothing on social media. Nobody really. Normally, there's a few will have a nice moan if there's a queue, but
yeah,
it seemed to go off quite well. So
yeah. So,
right. Thanks, Julie.
Yeah. Fab.
And
Lovely to
I'll be at Palace for me hug. All right.
Well, I'm just going to say because we're off camping, so I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be at Palace.
I've got to wait for the next one now. Then.
Never mind.
Everyone's loving your Brummie accent in the chat as well.
Oh my God!
Proper Brummie,
it's a wonder it's a wonder I don't have any comments on that about the fan channel, isn't it?
No, we love it.
Although, can I give a big shout out to my other half, because he's a massive Wolves supporter.
Oh, don't do that, Julie. This is a Villa phoning, Julie.
He's let me borrow his phone to ring in.
Don't give it him back.
And every Monday night he has to suffer listening to this on loudspeaker.
Julie, do me a favour, right? Before you give it him back, change the screensaver to a Villa picture. All right. Promise you'll do that, and then hand it him back. Just turn it off so it's dark. Then when he wakes up in the morning and he looks at his phone, he'll see like a Villa picture.
Right. It's bad enough he has to look at me, never mind that.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, blow.
Right, have a lovely evening, Julie, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for phoning.
Justin.
You can phone in every week
Take
now.
Care. Oh, my God. Yeah,
right.
I'll still be a nervous wreck.
No, you won't. All right, have a lovely night. Up the Villa.
Take care. See you soon.
Bye.
Up the Villa. Bye.
Right, that's it. The phone is going off. Call in, phone in, whatever you call it. Done for this week. Absolutely fantastic. Honestly, it's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I hoped for and dreamed of. Brilliant callers. Some really, really, honestly, I'm going to put this out as an episode anyway. I'll put it out as a podcast as well, because I think people need to hear some of the people's comments tonight, because they are brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully this will just grow and grow and grow. Please smash a like on this video. When it goes out tomorrow and it just drops on as a normal video, if everybody watching goes on and likes it and comments as well, and then if everybody could just tell a friend about it as well, that we just want to keep growing this community. We've got a fantastic community here, some brilliant people on here. I love you all, honestly. John, Dave, Joe, Keith, Simon, Steve, Mick, James, Julie, thanks for calling. Anybody else can phone in anytime, honestly. Ange, I'm not even going to ask you who's won, because I think we all know, but I will, because you've done the work for me. Is it Paul McGrath, Ange? I think it's got to be, hasn't it? Is she here? Yes, she's here. I can see her. She's just working it out. It's got to be Paul McGrath, hasn't it? Thanks, Tony. Thank you, everybody, for this. It's honestly brilliant. I think we'll just... thanks, James. Thanks, Sean. Brilliant. Up the Villa tie. Keep the positives going. Thank you all. Great discussions. Brilliant. Up the Villa, Matt. All Premier League owners versus... Oh, don't know what that means. All the best. Thank you, Kevin. PSR. Landslide we've got. So we've got 4 players now. We've got Emmy Martinez in goal, John Gidman right back, Steve Staunton left back, and Paul McGrath is our first entry at central defence. Next week's show should be interesting because there's quite a few defenders to pick our other side at. Thank you all very much again for your time. Thank you for your company. I really appreciate the fact that you're even sitting here watching me blows my mind, to be honest. Please spread a bit of love to everyone this week, and I hope you all have a lovely week, and I'll speak to you all again next week up the Villa.